How would world football look if we got rid of the best 50 players from Football Manager 2024? That's quite a simple question, and we're going to find out today in this video. I'm going to delete the top 50, well I think it actually works out at 51 players in the game, and see who turns out to be the best player in the world, who wins the Ballon d'Or, which teams win trophies, see who fares best when all the best players are suddenly no longer there. Let's have a look. Okay then, so I have gone into the pre-game editor and basically searched by current ability to find the top 50 players, and it's ended up being 51, but anyone who has got a current ability higher than 163 out of 200 has been deleted. So we're looking at basically all the best players have gone. So Haaland's gone, Mbappe's gone. Well, you can see here, we're just going to see who are the best players. So Akanji is now the best player at Man City. Lucas Hernandez is now the best player at PSG. Mbappe's gone, Haaland's gone, De Bruyne's gone. Loads and loads of really good players, the top 50 in fact, have all disappeared. So Messi, he's gone. So okay, that's goodbye to him. He's already gone really because he's into Milan. But anyway, into Miami. Sorry. So Harry Kane's gone. So Bayern Munich have now got him. Manuel Neuer is now their best player once again. Barcelona have lost a load of players. Pedri is there. Ter Stegen's gone. Lamine Yamal is still in there because he's only a hot prospect. He's not got that high a current ability just yet, so his potential ability, no one with a high potential ability has been touched. It's all the current ability players have gone. So Modric's gone. Antonio Rudiger is now the best player at Real Madrid. You can see him here. He's now one of the best players in the world as well. I think he's in the low 160s. Christian Romero, however, is the best player in the game by current ability. So let that one sink in. He's at Spurs. He's now the best player in the game. Marcus Rashford also one of the best, I think, 4 players have got this same current ability at 163. So he's now one of the best players in the world. So is Thiago at Liverpool. You're getting the idea of the sort of level of player who is left at the top, at the pinnacle of the game. So Mo Salah's gone. Virgil van Dijk's gone. Trent is still there, just about. Thiago is now the best player at Liverpool. We'll see how that helps them in the game. Arsenal have lost some key players as well. Odegaard's gone. Jesus is gone. There we go. Zinchenko is now their best player. Right, we'll have a look through the Manchester United squad as well. So Bruno Fernandes, he's definitely gone. Rashford is still there. He's now their best player. Obviously, we've not touched any managers or anything like that. We'll have a look at season previews for the top 5 leagues around Europe, see how that fares. So it looks like Newcastle have been the least impacted. So that suggests they've got the best, not quite best squad. La Liga probably isn't going to have too much of an impact yet. It's still Barcelona, Real Madrid, the top 2 teams expected there. Bundesliga, I imagine Bayern have still got the strength to stay at the top, but not far behind them are Dortmund. In Serie A, I imagine they've all been affected quite similarly. Inter Milan and Juventus, yep, they all have. In Liga, and I imagine it's still PSG. I imagine PSG will still win the league regardless of losing Mbappe, because, well, they've all gone, haven't they? Donnarumma's still there, by the looks of things, so that's going to help them. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to simulate forward 5, maybe 10 seasons, actually. We'll simulate forward 10 seasons, have a quick look through all of the top leagues, see who's won all of the key player awards, and how the world looks without the best 50 players. And here we go. So the Premier League has been simulated, and Liverpool won the championship in that first season on goal difference over Spurs by the look of things. Newcastle came in 3rd. Man City all the way down in 6th after losing all the world's best players. But they rebounded straight away in the next season and won the league. Newcastle once again 3rd. And then Man City continued to win. So basically it's changed nothing. Man City will just swallow up all the best players regardless of whether they're as good as the previous best players were. Chelsea won at least one, or maybe have I clicked on twice? No, Arsenal have won one as well. Chelsea won again. Arsenal, yeah, so it's not impacted England in the slightest, apart from that first season, which Liverpool won, which they might end up winning anyway. So it's not really changed much. This is disappointing, but what it has done is got rid of a lot of the world's best players. So I imagine we're going to have a few interesting looking transfers for a lot of money in the first few seasons. So Man City spent 140 million in season number 1. Got Pepe, Matias Oliveira, Matthias Royce. A lot of players who you probably wouldn't suspect who would be their best players coming in for a lot of money. 127 going up to 170 million from Nicola Barella from Inter in that season. Johan Bakayoko coming in, Diego Costa. Lots of money spent there on Jeremy Pino. Musiala for 205 million. Man City have not been afraid of spending big money to wrap up everyone who's basically left after the best players have gone. Still spent 108 million there on Evan Ferguson. Still another 170 million that season. 93 million that season. They had a little bit of season off, and then 3 million. They've already spent all their money. They don't need to spend any more. 68 million on a guy from Wolfsburg there. They've just basically bought up everyone who's not quite the elite level players, and anyone who's developed into an elite level player has gone there as well. La Liga has been won. Oh, Villarreal won the second season. That's interesting to see. But otherwise, it's been Barcelona basically dominating. Again, another one won on well, not goal difference. It'll be matches won in thinking Spain or head-to-head potentially. But they've won the first season level on points. Then Villarreal came through on the second season and won that one, as everyone else kind of regrouped. Barca and Real Madrid then came through to the four. Real Sociedad doing well in third for a couple of seasons in a row. Quite a few third-place finishers, actually. Second place there in the 29-30 season. Barcelona and Real Madrid, basically, though, continuing their dominance of Spanish football. If we have a quick look at the Real Madrid side, Arda Güler is their vice-captain. No one else who's not a new gen coming. How much money have they spent each season? 60 million in the first season. It's not particularly much. Highest of 25 million there for Lucas Torreira. 60 million there for Endrick, who was already going to happen anyway, so that's not really spending much money. Another 60 million from Trossard. Florian Wirtz has gone there. Disasi. So yeah, Real Madrid have spent quite much money as well. Not as much as Man City, but still spending big. Wolfsburg are the most recent winners of the Bundesliga, but other than that, the first three seasons Bayern struggled. So Leipzig, Dortmund, Leipzig the first 3 years. Bayern still getting second in the first campaign and the second campaign, and probably the third as well. If we look through to the next season, Dortmund winning there, Freiburg and Wolfsburg coming through. Yeah, Bayern basically got second every season that they didn't win, and then won the next 7 or 6. But well done to them. They've not really been massively impacted. A couple of seasons off the boil, but still, second place isn't too bad. And Wolfsburg winning the most recent season, Bayern falling down to 5th, so it's taken them 10 years to really be affected by not having their best players. Serie A has been dominated by Juventus. Napoli won 1 season, Milan have won 3, Juventus have won the rest. So that's not really too surprising. For Italy, it's kind of par for the course of what you'd expect. Juventus had a season there where they fell off Sassuolo up in the European places that season. Well done to them. But other than that, it's generally been as you'd expect for Italy for the most part throughout the whole 10-year simulation without the best players. And in France, I imagine PSG have won everything. Let's have a quick look. Yes, Nice have, however, won the most recent season, but PSG dominated until then, and then they finished second anyway. So pretty much no change in France for PSG winning, which is good for them. It doesn't bode well for my glory hunter because I've started out in France, so hopefully that doesn't happen in my game. But still, PSG dominating without Mbappe. Mbappe's gone. He's no longer in the world. Haaland's gone. He's no longer there. De Bruyne gone as well. All of the world's best players gone, and it hasn't really made much of a difference to the domestic leagues. We'll have a look at the Champions League and have a look if it's made any difference there, if we've got any surprise winners. We haven't had many surprise winners in general, so I don't think it will probably... Now, PSG won the Champions League in the first season. Is that a surprise? Possibly. But if we go through to the final for that first year, PSG beat Barcelona in the final. Next season, we'll skip forward. They've gone to the semi-finals there for some reason, but we'll have a quick look because they're changing the name. So Chelsea won against Bayern and then again against Tottenham. Is that a surprise? Tottenham getting to the Champions League final. PSG Bayern in that final. No one's really surprising here. Newcastle winning the Champions League, beating Manchester United in the 27-28 season. Chelsea Bayern final again on penalties. PSG beat Chelsea in that one. No real massive surprises coming through at all. It took Man City a lot of years, though, to win the Champions League again. And for Real Madrid, they won the most recent Champions League, and they hadn't won one since before the game started. But no real surprises getting through to any finals, unless you class Newcastle and Tottenham as a surprise, but they're a big club in England, so that's not really that much of a surprise. The Europa League has been dominated by English sides, well, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Spurs, Brighton, all getting a Champions League, a Europa League, Villarreal, Atletico, and the Man United in the most recent one. Conference League again, no real massive surprises here. Wolfsburg doing well, Villarreal winning everything apart from the Champions League by the looks of things. Let's have a look at the Ballon d'Or. This is the key one. This will have some surprise winners because none of the people who are normally favourites for it have still remained in the game. So Gabriel Martinelli won the first Ballon d'Or with Rashford in second place. Did he stay at Arsenal? Yeah, he stayed at Arsenal throughout. He's still there now at 32. If we look at his career stats, that's the one I want. Yep. So he's basically been at Arsenal for the duration. He's had a good career by the looks of things. He won the first Ballon d'Or, Rashford and Nicola Barella, before he went on his move to Manchester City. Rashford had a couple of seasons in Saudi Arabia to finish his career. Probably made a nice penny or two there. Nicola Barella, as we've already touched on, went from Inter to Man City, and he's now in Ronaldo's shirt at Al Nassr as well in Saudi Arabia for the last 2 seasons of his life, of his career rather. It's probably not very nice me killing him off like that, but I've killed off a lot of people in this experiment anyway. So Kulusevski has won the Ballon d'Or twice by the look of things. Kai Havertz has won it. Again, Martinelli getting second there as well, and Raheem Sterling coming through towards the end of his career at 31 years of age. Tchouaméni getting one there as well. So we're not having many repeat winners of the Ballon d'Or. Szoboszlai, which I can't pronounce. I think I might have done that in another video somewhere else and not been able to pronounce his name. Rashford winning a Ballon d'Or as well at age 30. Lamine Yamal coming through. Emile Smith-Rowe getting a Ballon d'Or. Michael Olise at Bayern, he's done well, and he's gone to PSG as well. So he's gone from Palace to Bayern on a free, won a Ballon d'Or, and then gone for 28 million at this late point in his career to PSG. Sorry, didn't win a Ballon d'Or, got second place in the Ballon d'Or. Kulusevski is the only one to repeat win by the look of things. And Randall Kolo Muani at PSG has come through and got third place. I'm not even sure I've heard of him, but well done to him as well. Yeah, so he's moved from from Frankfurt to PSG, and then been pretty much part of the dominant PSG side. Pedri winning one finally, Barcelona getting back-to-back there. Noah Darvic winning the next one as well. Darwin Núñez at 31, Tchouaméni, and then we're getting we've got a new gen coming through. Angelo at Brighton, he's got third place. We have a quick look at him. Where's he come from? So Santos to Strasbourg, Chelsea. So Chelsea have bought him, then sent him on loan to Strasbourg. And then he's gone on loan and then bought by Chelsea and got bought by Brighton, and then got third place in a Ballon d'Or. He's probably a name you weren't expecting to see here. Noah Darvic, and then Nasi Univar at Ajax. Ajax aren't even in a playable league, so he's done well there to get to the point of winning a Ballon d'Or. Their league isn't even loaded. Well done to him. Probably keep an eye on him in your own saves because he develops quite nicely by the look of things. Evan Ferguson, after his move to Man City, finally getting placed as well in the Ballon d'Or rankings. 108 million move to Man City, 5 or 6 seasons in, maybe 4 or 5 seasons in, sorry. We'll have a look at the World Player of the Year. This might be slightly different if we have a look. So Kulusevski's won one. Yeah, that'll be the year. So João Cancelo won the first one. Kulusevski then the next. Nicola Barella after he's moved to Man City. Sterling then, after placing quite a few times, he's won one. Lamine Yamal's won one quite early at 20 years of age. João Neves at 24. Emile Smith-Rowe winning the next one. Then Pedri, Vitinha and Evan Ferguson. So plenty of names that you might not expect in the high rankings for Player of the Year, Ballon d'Or, that sort of thing. But again, we've deleted the top 50 players in the game, so this is kind of the next best tier and the young players coming through who might be challenging the best anyway. But there we go. Plenty of different winners on the individual player awards. We look Goal 50 as well. Quite a few similar names coming through. Martinelli, Kulusevski, Sterling, Tchouaméni, Rashford, Olise, Pedri, Darvic and Univar. Plenty of those players were placing or winning the Ballon d'Or, so that's not a massive surprise. We'll have a look at the World 11 from the first season as well, just to kind of get a picture of who's around. Ortega, Balde, Laporte, Ake, Cancelo, Busquets, Fabinho, Matheus Nunes, Kovacic, Rashford and Icardi, the striker in the first season as well. Anyone coming through here that you are not expecting? Possibly not. Loads of really good players who aren't quite at the top elite yet at the beginning of the game are getting their just rewards in this save game, where we've deleted the top 51 players. So this is sort of the best of the best. Not quite the cream of the crop, but getting there, especially the younger players who are developing and coming through. We just flick through these 4-2-3-1s that were basically the world's best 11 each season. And I don't think there's anyone coming out. So there's Nasi Univar, who's obviously developed into a really good player. Looking at the all seasons one, who's had the best career there? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Right, that is the world without the best 50 players. Let me know in the comments if you were expecting someone else to shine through, or whether you were shocked that one of these players has come through and someone else hasn't. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Give this one a like.